Brian from Ultimate Upland here with Dave. We are about to make the final assault for me on Snowcock this year. I'm sure you can tell it's pretty dark out, and that's for a good reason. We got to get to the top of that hill, as we call it, Triple Bypass Canyon, by first light. And we've got about a half mile straight up. Well, it's been about a half hour. Flushed a couple of blues coming up. As you can see, it's getting light. I'd love to be at the top right now, but you can only go as fast as your legs can carry you. This is the big tree that from the base you can see. Looks like it's at the rim, but the truth is the rim's another quarter mile up there. And down there, you can see where the cars were. Dave's working his way up. We got Coop up here on the hill with us. But we're shaping up. Hopefully we can get to the top in time. Well, I figure it's been right about an hour. And as you can see, we've made it out on top. Or at least I have. Dave's somewhere coming over the rim still. There goes our first blue. Got a little nervous. Easy, bud. And I see where he landed. Come! He's up in those trees, so we've got one marked. This is where I shot my first blue the other day. But the hike has really just begun. As you can see, up there is where we're headed. Not to the peak, but the next rim down is where we can get to, and really where the most of the Snowcock sign is. The sun's just coming over onto that rim up there. I hope we can get up there in time to get on one of these birds, but we're going to give it a run. Here we go. The big thing is, you still got to have enough energy left once you get there, that if there is a bird, to get on it before it gets off the cliff or flies back up, climbs back up. So stop real quick here, get some hydration, throw down an energy bar, keep looking for Dave to come up the bottom down there, and we'll just keep at it. It's interesting because you know you're working hard. You can feel your heartbeat in your eyeballs when you're coming up the steep grades. That's how hard you're working. So it's a slog. It makes you ask, how bad do I want one of these birds? And since this is going to be my last opportunity this year, I want one bad. There's no guarantee there's one up there, but we're going to get up to that ledge and find out. That's why we're here. That is the turd of a big bird. And let's hope they're here to play. One thing you learn when you hunt with a flushing dog is you learn to know when he smells bird. And Wyatt has smelled bird, and that was sometime today. Now, I don't know if we can get to this bird, but I know my dog, and that tail doesn't start helicoptering like that unless there's been a bird here. Of course, we're climbing to the really bad spot up here. Hey, Wyatt, here. I gotta be real careful with him because he could get out there on... No, come, Wyatt. He could get out there on a really bad area. We're gonna come sit up here it gets nasty out here. I know he wants to go on up, but there is a limit to what I will allow him to do. Wyatt, easy. Come down here. Come. That's a 45-foot, 50-foot sheer cliff. He's up on that next ledge. I mean, he wants to go there. You get to a point up here, or at least I do, where it feels like you're putting your dog in jeopardy, allowing him to go any further. And although there may be a path to get to that next tier, right back there, I'm not saying I can even get there, but I'm certainly not going to take him there. It's too big of a risk. You know, I've got too much invested in him and time, and I just wouldn't. He wants to hunt for me bad, and so bad that I couldn't guarantee what he would do if a snowcock jumped off that cliff. You'd love to think, oh, well, the dog's smarter than that, but the drive to please and the drive to hunt sometimes, you know, can trump sanity. I do think we found a feather. I would assume this is a wing feather. There's only a few birds. I'm not a official birder, a bird hunter, but this appears to be a feather to me of a snowcock. Of course, the other bird that it possibly could be at this altitude would be and this big would be a golden eagle, but we're going to call it snowcock. So, come on, Dave, get up the hill. Lo and behold, there's Dave. He came up a crevice right here. He's standing out there. As you can see, behind him it's about a 150-foot drop. What? He flushed a snowcock on the far side of that point over there. So what we're trying to figure out is a plan. I'm not going to take Wyatt out there without a leash on him because of that drop. Coop's fine because he's used to the mountains, so the question is what to do. We're up here with Ultimate Uplander Dave, Coop and Wyatt. About 25 yards that way is a 150-foot drop, but my man just came up the ugly stuff and
kicked one up, came in over the top of my head, and he's about 80 yards over the cliff, and he hasn't flushed, so I think he's still sitting tight. This is doable. This is doable. I'd say we hitch him and make the pinch. You can get up around the other side of this too. The other side, it's not bad. You walk around, there's another nice grade up and over, and I was thinking maybe I'll work up this hard cut, you work up around that backside, and he's gonna wanna flush off. And I would say hang down there, but you don't have enough time to make a shot. And if you do hit him, you're gonna pick him up
at the bottom,
600 feet down.
Yeah.
And that's not gonna be much of a bird left to eat.
Well, we've come up with a plan. I don't know how sane it is, but the dogs and I are staying on this terrace. This is out of Wyatt's league. Coop could probably do it, but we're afraid he might flush the birds early. Dave's going to head up this cut. He's got some rock climbing experience, so he says he can get up there. It looks wicked from this angle. He thinks the bird is just on the back side of this thing. So he will have a shot, hopefully from above. And if the bird flushes this way, I've got a very brief window of time to swing in either direction, and we'll see. So here we go. So even the best plans have little hitches. Dave tried to climb up that cut because he thought he could get up there. Too steep, ugly, not worth the risk. That bird will live to fly another day. We're gonna get off this this ledge and probably head back downhill, but it's been an exciting morning. Well, that is the epitome of snowcock hunting right there.
Oh, buddy.
A balance of personal danger and
Makes sense.
torture for exercise and a fleeting chance at a bird. Great stuff, but I'll tell you what, at some point your brain gets the better of you over there. At least Dave's did, and he decided it wasn't worth the...
If I survived it and my wife saw the videos, I wouldn't have survived it at home.
And there you have it. So we're gonna head back down after taking a break. We'll go knock some blues out, maybe, if we're lucky. Been a heck of a hunt again. Can't complain.